RFK Jr. just picked his vice president, and it's this lady right here. Her name is Nicole Shanahan, and we're going to break down why he probably picked her and what her background is. First, let's go through why RFK picked her. What's the deal? Why now? The headline says it all. If RFK wants to be on the ballot in multiple states, he actually already has to have a VP candidate picked out. One of the most important states he's trying to get on is Nevada, but this goes for other states too, like Hawaii, New Hampshire. And Nicole was actually one of his big funders and has been funding his initiatives to be on the ballot in multiple states. In states like Nevada, RFK Jr. only has himself listed on the ballot, so he can't legally be listed. Big deal, because if you remember in my previous video, we talked about how RFK's super PAC is funding him to be on the ballot through collecting signatures, and the DNC is now so scared of RFK that they're suing him in multiple states. It is quite possible that the more states that have RFK Jr. on the ballot, the more he hurts Biden instead of Trump. But this is interesting because if you look at Nicole Shanahan's background, you would never see herself aligning with anybody that is even slightly Republican. So this is where things get interesting. Let's kind of look deeper into Nicole Shanahan. Nicole is a very intelligent woman, and she's very well known for who she's been married to, specifically Sergey Brin, who was the co-founder of Google. This gets interesting because one of her biggest passions is fertility, and she's been very open and honest about her own struggles with fertility. That and IP law, which funny enough, Google has various nonprofits and interests in combating different IP law. So she founded Via Echo Foundation, which had its largest donor gift from Sergey Brin of about $23 million in assets. And if you look at her media, by the way, most of the stuff that is published around her is in the 2018 to 2019 era when she was still married to Sergey Brin. And just so we're super clear, these are who Sergey Brin's company Google has donated to in the previous election cycle. Obviously, almost all Democrats in pretty big amounts. And this is Google's parent company, Alphabet. They are notorious Democrats. A lot of people at Google were advisors for the Hillary Clinton campaign and even advisors for Joe Biden's campaign. But now she's divorced from Sergey Brin and has married a new guy after a brief potential affair with Elon Musk. Who knows if that's true or not. Now she's married to Jacob Strumweiser, who is a big Bitcoin Lightning Network guy. So for all you Bitcoin people, I guess he's your guy. So what are some of Nicole's beliefs? At least what can we gather? Well, we know she's big on reproductive health and fertility. We also know that she's funded campaigns to defund police. You can find that elsewhere. She's a longtime Democratic donor. She donated to Pete Buttigieg and Marianne Williamson, kind of more fringe candidates, but ended up donating to Biden about $25K. But just like RFK, she's not a big fan of these guys. And you can see that in some of her other studies that she's done. So this is interesting because Nicole Shanahan is a Democrat through and through for a variety of reasons. But she's now partnering with RFK Jr. to potentially foil the Democrats' largest candidate, Joe Biden. She's obviously going to get a lot of name recognition. We're probably going to see her speaking more often and learn about more of her background. She's definitely going to become a public figure from here on out. The biggest question is who in her network is actually going to be funding some of these initiatives with her? Or is it just her? Is she going to be bringing in other tech billionaires? What does this mean about an RFK Jr. presidency? If she's kind of a mainstay Democratic person and so is RFK, is it really a centrist campaign or is it just a leftist campaign? Nicole's ex-husband at Google is probably one of the largest enemies of RFK Jr. and has gone after him in a variety of ways. And we know for a fact that the DNC is going to try to stop him in all kinds of ways as well. So given Nicole's beliefs, is she actually kind of turning a new leaf? There's only one way to find out, but now you know.